If you do things right for your fruit trees and berry bushes in early March, summer gets easier and your harvest gets so much better. If you skip it, you'll fight past weed growth and bad fruit all season. Today is early March checklist by Zone Band, so you know exactly what to plant and what to do right now. We keep it simple in four zone bands: 3 through 5, 6 to 7, and 8 to 9, and 10 to 11. Your rough region guide varies by elevation plus microclimates. 3 to 5 is usually the up west plus the northern plains plus northern New England and higher elevations. 6 to 7 will be your mid Atlantic plus Midwest, inland Northwest, and parts of the southern elevation. 8 to 9 will be Southwest plus the Gulf Coast, plus some southern plains and Southwest, including coastal California. 10 through 11, South Florida plus southern Texas, and some desert Southwest pockets, plus coastal Southern California and Hawaii. When I say Zoban, think region first, then conditions. 3 to 5 can be your upper Midwest, northern tier. 6 to 7, middle of the country plus mid Atlantic. 8 to 9 will be the South plus warm and west, and then 10 11 will be frost free pockets. Find your band and follow that section. The big picture applies everywhere. Early March is usually about three things. One, prune what needs to be pruning at the right time. Two, you want to protect those buds and bark from late cold snaps and sun scald. Three, prevent problems for early sanitation plus dormant sprays where appropriate. And one warning: if your trees are already breaking bud, must not do heavy pruning and heavy dormant oil. Like I said, it's still winter and the quick zone of note. If you don't know your USDA zone, search the USDA hardiness zone plus your zip. A quick Google search will get you what you need. In this series, we're going to use bands like 3 to 5, 6 to 7, 8 to 9, and 10 to 11. So that way you can really look at which regions like upper Midwest and know where you may lie. All right. Elevations do matter. So, what do you need to do now in zones 3 to 5? Early March is still winterish. We're still getting rain, maybe some snow. So, you're in prep mode and late winter maintenance. You want to finish dormant pruning on the right plants. Apples and pears usually handle late winter pruning well. For stone fruit like peaches, some growers wait closer to the bud swell to reduce disease risk. That's the goal. Open your canopies for airflow and light and sanitation, where necessary to get that pest control right. You want to pick up and remove old fruit, leaf debris around the base, and remove dead wood and mummified fruit from the branches. You want to protect those trunks from the sun. Scald and damaged late winter sun plus freezing nights can crack that bark. Use a tree wrap or a tree trunk guard if needed, especially on those young trees. They need protection. And you want to plan your support plus protection. Now, if you got deer or rabbits in your area like I do, you want to install protection before those buds pop. For berries, you want to use trellises for like raspberries, blackberries. If you got containers or your backyard landowner, you want to check that drainage and refresh your top 2 inches of soil and plant feeder later. Backyard, prune one tree at a time. Let's not haircut everything. If you're a landowner, prioritize protection by putting some fencing in first, then pruning. Now, if you're in zone 6 to 7, zone B, you got a moderate typical U.S. region, mid Atlantic, like much of the Midwest, inland Northwest, and parts of the South at elevation. What do you do now? Well, March can be swinging for you. If early March, you can be dormant or you might be close to the bud swell where, you start seeing little buds on your fruit. You can prove now, but you want to watch that bud swell. Apples, pears, and grapes often get pruned in late winter. For blueberries, you want to remove the dead or weak crossing canes. Now, for dormant spray window, if it's applicable, if you use dormant oil or copper-based spray, timing matters. The big idea is to use the spray before the leaves fully emerge, and only according to the product label. You don't want to spray and everything if you don't need to. Sanitation and airflow are still huge. That's pest control for sanitation. And your mulch setup. You want to add some mulch around the trees and berries and don't pile it up against the trunks. This stabilizes the moisture and reduces weeds. And your feed timing. You don't want to do this too early. Early March is not usually the time for heavy nitrogen. If anything, plan a light feed when you see active growth. Now, for zones 8 through 9, you're a little bit warmer than typical U.S. regions like the Southeast, Gulf, Southern Plains, and much of the Southwest and coastal Florida. Coastal California. What do you do now in those zones? Well, you could be in active transition. Some plants may already be waking up. One, you want to finish pruning ASAP before the leaves start coming out. Citrus and some subtropicals are different from apples. Pears, don't prune blindly. Keep the goal simple. Remove the dead material and open airflow, and then you want to shape it lightly. Your berry bushes, it's time for a little tune up. Prune blueberries, you want to prune the structure, remove weak canes. Blackberries, raspberries, remove dead canes and set up your trellises. And you want to irrigation, check those lines, timers, and make sure the emitters are all working just fine. Now, in your warm zones, water consistency decides your fruit size and quality. Sun plus heat. You got to have a strategy, so you need to think ahead. Some fruits need afternoon protection when the summer hits. Plan your shade cloth locations now if you have sunburn issues. Your zone B, this is going to be, or D, I'm sorry, 10 through 11, you're going to have maybe a hot mark or a mild winters. These are regions in South Florida, southern Texas, desert regions, and southwest pockets in coastal southern California and Hawaii. What do you do now? Well, that's going to be different. You might be dealing with heat and humidity that can create pressure fast. You want to prune for airflow and make sure you concentrate on disease prevention. Open your canopy so humidity doesn't sit. Remove crossing branches and crowded interior growth. Mulch plus water consistency is a must. You want to lock in soil moisture now before the system in your system before heating ramps up. Now, pest control can be a routine you need to start early. So habit beats late panic. Your new growth weekly, you need to check for aphids and fungus. Your fertilizer timing, you need to use a simple plan and avoid overfeeding when the hot zones. Too much nitrogen means a lot of leaf and weak fruiting. If you do one thing in early March, you want to make sure you prune for airflow and do it on the right plants at the right time. You want to clean up debris underneath the tree, mulch purposely, and not at the trunk. In early March, for fruit trees, berry bushes, and vines, next up is our mid-March what to plant with veggies and herbs. And if you want a separate video on what fruit to plant by zone band, tell me where you live and I'll try to get it in. Quick cross link for later. If you're watching this series because you think you need a lot of land or fruit, you're building a separate mini series on container friendly fruit, figs, citrus, and Meyer lemons and potatoes, patio peaches, dwarf apples, pears, cherries, blueberries, strawberries. Oh man, the list goes on. Those videos are going to come out and we'll link them here so you can binge both paths, or they'll be in another series. I'm Phil Davis. I really hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to try to help people everywhere grow fruit, use the land, and plant wisely. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so we make sure you can stay up on this series as we continue to put more videos out that will be helpful for you. I'm Phil Davis. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Signing off. That's it, folks. You can go to Ancestry Lands to start owning property today with payments starting at $250 a month, no credit checks, and owning land has never been easier. It's time to build your land portfolio one property at a time. We help you to get dollars from dirt and build generational wealth by owning small plots of affordable vacant land. Contact us to learn more. Oh, and speaking of dollars from dirt, I also wrote a book about investing in land for you readers out there. My book, Getting Dollars from Dirt, A Beginner's Guide to Vacant Land Investing, is on Amazon. The link is in the description section below. Inside, you'll learn simple, easy to read insights that will have you understanding why you should own land today. For more tips and tricks, subscribe for updates, comment below, and let us know what you enjoyed about this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
And remember, like and subscribe.